Hello everybody, how's it going? This is Rockly Smile. I'm here today to bring you something a little special and different, something that I'm rather excited about. I happen to find my way into an early press preview version of an upcoming survival horror sandbox action parkour game by developer Techland called Dying Light. So I wanted to bring you some first impressions and talk about what I've been able to see and do, for the most part, with these 3 or so hours that I've spent with the game so far. I should give a few caveats right off the top. This is absolutely not sponsored content. Every opinion that I express here is only that of my own. There has been no money changing hands in this transaction. They just gave me an early copy to take a look at, and I'm excited to be able to do that because I've been actually anticipating this game for quite a while. I know it might seem like maybe not my wheelhouse since I'm the indie game guy. For the most part, that's true, but every now and then I get down with something like this too, and this has definitely been a good time. So, before we get into things, I should frame that I put myself intentionally into a bit of a precarious situation for the sake of hopefully making a more entertaining and interesting video. As you may know, or maybe you don't know, in fact, this game is, well, very much oriented towards having a large degree of physicality. It's a game that sort of goes after maybe a Mirror's Edge style approach to zombie survival, where everything we do feels like it has some real weight, and our traversal is largely the most important aspect of what we're going to be doing in this game. The way that we navigate the environment is what gives this game its identity. And that has been a very positive experience that I've had so far, and largely, I will say right off the bat, I have had a very positive experience with this game. I haven't played a ton of it. Like I said, I think I've only played about 3 or so hours, and a lot of that was getting started, getting used to things, wandering around, and then kind of tinkering a little bit with how the game felt. But, yeah, alright, so that's a pretty bad way to approach things. I meant to grab that ledge. But from what I have played, very few things here have felt negative. Granted, there's still a lot I haven't experienced. In fact, I haven't even made it through a night of this game, which is kind of its defining characteristic other than the momentum and the movement system that this game has. So the way it's kind of broken up is we'll be doing missions in this free-form sort of manner, trying to search for objects and parts and things that we can scavenge to try and make our day-to-day life a little bit better. Watching out, of course, for these characters who happen to be infected, as I'm sure you've surmised by this point. They're relatively not that dangerous, generally, when we're just one-on-one, but if we end up in a situation where there's quite a few of them, all of a sudden things can take a bit of a turn. But the way that they deal with the interaction with these infected is, I think, also what gives this game a little bit of character, too. Oh, alcohol, that's a good find. I can now craft a new item. There is, as you can probably tell just now, too, a crafting system, as seems to be the case with very many of these types of games. And I should probably also show you very briefly in the pause menu here in the options we can, actually, rather not options, I want to go to select, show you the map also very briefly. It's a very large map. I have wandered about in all of the areas that you can see that are highlighted, which seems like it's not all that many areas that I've wandered in, but if you look at the scale, like, each of these is the size of one building, so, yeah, you can kind of put that together. There's some quests and stuff that I'm not going to dwell on at the moment. The developer did want me to be kind of scant on spoilers with some very specific examples, so I'm going to, of course, respect their wishes. They were kind enough to hook me up with this in the first place. And this is the crafting system here. You can see I've got some weapons over on the side. One of them, I think, is... yeah, that one's broken already. Probably want to not use that for the most part. We've also got firecrackers, which serve as diversions. And we can make such things as... is there one here? I thought I had access to making a first aid kit. Is that not here anymore? I must not have one of the two things that I need. I thought it was just gauze and alcohol. But anyway, I'm good on health anyway. I've got 73. There's also a leveling system and blueprints, so we can actually form some new items. Oh, there it is. I have to make it from the blueprints, of course. That makes sense. There we go, crafting that. Sorry, I'm still a little bit new. I'm getting used to the way all the systems work. I spent the most time probably just sort of exploring and trying to, you know, take in the surroundings a little bit. And then we've got 3 different skill trees here. Survivor, which as far as I can tell is unlocked, or elements of it are unlocked by progressing the story. Agility, which is unlocked by, you know, dexterous traversal through the environment. And power, which is unlocked generally through combat, from what I can tell. I don't have much progress in any of these for the moment, but, you know, the skill trees do look like they're pretty interesting, and they're all pretty big as well. So, you know, some good stuff to look forward to in that respect. The game feels good right off the bat, though, as far as momentum and traversal, so I don't feel largely too negative about having to unlock a lot of things, which sometimes can be a factor. And also, why did yeah, I wanted to do that. The main objective that I'm on right now is, see these little targets there in our map? I should probably bring up the big one and show you, yeah, in a little bit better detail. So I want to make my way to that. We're supposed to be arming devices for a night mission, and I've also got access to some safe houses that I've set up here too. And as you can tell, probably just from looking at this sort of thing, this is kind of the way that the game works. You've got traversal, we've got looking for items, scavenging, and we've got setting up safe houses as well as progressing story and doing side missions. All of those things sort of flow together in a reasonably organic manner, actually. Oh, there's a chest over here, or a toolbox rather. Got a lockpick from that, that's good. That's going to allow us access to some higher level loot. And our character here that we're talking to on the radio is going to hook us up with a different mission. Let me jump across this. As you can see, I get some minor dexterity points just for jumping across that, so that's kind of how you level up, is by doing more daring things. And I don't even think this is necessary, but I'm going to go ahead and set... Oh, yeah, totally not necessary. It's right up there. I was going to set a waypoint, but don't need to. Make this jump. Hopefully it can... Oh, he didn't grab the ledge! That's very bad news. I thought I could grab that ledge. Apparently not. I generally haven't run into that being an issue too often. For the most part, you can interact with mostly everything you see in some way or another. It does feel like they've really gone a long way to try and take the... Oh no, what happened? I'm just jumping off of all the ledges now, acting like a dingle. Yeah, let's use a med kit and kind of regroup here. Alright, so there's a power substation near me. Let's go check that out. I'm a little bit worried about the fact that I just took all that damage by falling down because I used up my one med kit there, but I'll do my best to try and keep myself alive. I was going to set myself up with an even much worse scenario when I first started the video. I was thinking I would set myself up with like 25 health and broken weapons just to see if I could survive. But I think that probably would just end up getting me killed if what I expect to happen will eventually happen, as the way the world works. Well, you can tell what's coming. Night is going to be a very scary place for me. I have not experienced it yet. I don't look forward to experiencing it, and I hear that everything is going to change. So let's use this. Oh no.
Fuck, what is this?
Excuse me? Hold A to use survivor sense. What is that? Just like a big angry dude. Alright. I remember you from a Quentin Tarantino movie, I believe. Probably gonna avoid this. Or maybe it was actually, Guillermo del Toro. What am I supposed to do here with this guy? Are you just gonna be angry and hit me with a hammer? Alright, well, let's tussle then. I'm quicker than you. Do I have to go in here? This guy been making some nasty stuff happen with these bodies. Oh no, they're alive! Of course they're alive. I do have a flashlight, of course, so I need to make sure I use that. I'm hoping he can't fit through that little crevice. There's some compelling and scary stuff that we're dealing with here. Oh, we can open this with lock-picking media. I've never even seen this minigame yet. Let's pick the lock, move the pin with the left stick, and rotate the screwdriver. With right stick to turn the lock if the pin begins to vibrate. It might break. Don't force it. Okay, this is probably something I'm gonna botch. So far, so good. Is this... Oh, no, a little more. No, I was actually apparently quite close. I feel like I've seen this minigame in so many games, but it actually just, like, makes sense for this type of gameplay. There we go. We've done it. We've picked the lock. Fantastic. This is my very first time. So let's see what we get. Looks like some coffee and some kind of wrench. Really? That's treasure in this world, apparently. All right, let's swap out our old wrench with a newer wrench and also search this body, because that's a thing you can do. I don't like the way his eyes were just wiggling when I looked at that. Let's see if we can just run out the back, maybe. Pretty sure I was supposed to actually do something here, but I got myself all caught up in what was happening with this giant man chasing me. Yeah, substation. Probably want to, like, use that. Oh, we're gonna pry. Okay, I haven't run into too many of these scenarios with quick time events, so, you know, I don't know if they're gonna be super pervasive. I'm not a huge fan of those in general, but
I've got the substation
there we
reset.
go. Substation restored.
Once, you know it could happen again, right?
That's gross. What even is that? Okay, it's like a silver body. Okay, I guess we're gonna go to a safe zone. And that's pretty exciting. Where is the safe zone? I guess it's already given us a hint on that. So we gotta get back before it gets dark. The real-time day-to-night cycle is apparently something like 15 or so minutes. In general, I've had no issues with that, but also I think right now it's sort of scripted for the sake of the game. I don't think it will always be quite as generous with the timing as it's been for me right now. I kind of want to still, like, look for stuff on my way back, but I think I'm going to get myself into trouble if I do that. Is this... No, I can't go into all the rooms, unfortunately. There's a surprising amount of places you can go, but not every door opens. It's okay. I mean, they've made up for it with having enough areas that you can traverse that it never feels like you're really stuck. Good thing I made that grab. The timing is not, like, super, super harsh, but as you've seen earlier, I've already botched it a number of times. It's also a little bit strange that sometimes you'll be running around like crazy trying to look for ways to go, and then you find like, oh wait, all my weapons are broken, now I have to slow down and look for... Oh, okay, that was an example of me totally missing the timing, so fair enough. It does get a very nice feeling, though. It's very smooth once things start to really come together. And also, they let you know earlier on that if you find situations like this with like a pile of garbage bags, usually you can just fall into those. Where are we going? I guess I need to get over there. The draw distance also in this game is freaking amazing. I've had a pretty good experience with the graphics on this one. Like, it is very, very beautiful. The whole thing feels like it's just really, really high res in a way that I haven't seen a lot of other games be. Just want to see if I can kill one of these to show you. It's not always super easy. You do have to, of course, aim for the head, and there we go. Yeah, you don't know they're dead until it says search. Found some cigarettes on that one. I should probably be in a bit more of a hurry, but I guess what's the worst that can happen? It's not that far away. Water pipe. I don't really need to replace anything with that, but I guess maybe a water pipe is more useful than a plank. As much as this game does tend to err on the side of melee weapons, which I think is reasonable, there are also apparently firearms. I haven't seen any yet, but I think they're definitely going to be pretty scant, which I think makes sense, since this is supposed to be oriented towards keeping things close and personal, keeping it fast and furious and all of that. Where are we going? I think I gotta make it around... Oh, yeah, hello. If you're wondering about the concentration of zombies, they can get up there a little bit, but it's not gonna be on, like, a Dead Rising level or anything. I've already been in there. How do I get in? Oh, yeah, I've gotta go, like, over this fence. That'll do it. You can tell the lovely, welcoming blue zone here to welcome us home. So we should be hopefully safe through the night on this. And also on this note, I'm going to actually wrap up the video. I wanted to keep this fairly short just to let you know that I'm into this game. It's real cool. I'm very, very much looking forward to playing a lot more of it. And just in the few hours that I've had to spend with it, like, I'm already way more psyched than I even expected to be. And I was already psyched before. So... that's going to do it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little quick look at Dying Light. If you did, consider leaving a like on the video, because that does help me out quite a bit. I might be persuaded to upload a couple more of these videos, since there's a number of areas that I can show if I want to. I could even just go exploring in this giant map, because there's, well, you can see there's quite a few things here on the map even marked. Herbs and apparently fluorescent shrooms. Toxic lichens. I'd like to go maybe visit some of these. But anyway, let me know what you think about the game in general, about that idea. I'm, again, looking forward to bringing you some more of this content one way or the other, whether it comes in the form of the preview version or the final version. I guess that'll be remaining to be seen. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I will talk to you all next time.